Guys, how are you?
Doing well, how are you?
Doing good.
I'm great. Well, your new album is really amazing. I think it's really great. I wanted to ask you, what does it mean to you, and what led you to explore all these new sounds on it?
Well, I suppose to answer your question is like to answer why we called it Obsession. Which is, it's just like we're obsessed with like a lot of things, but primarily philosophy, purpose-driven pursuits, which for us is music, and then also like trying to figure out life and exploring, you know, love and nightlife and adventure, and then having a need to write about it, I suppose. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello. Driver era, we can say you're in the Argentinian era. You've been coming back ever since you came for the first time. I wanted to know if you know that the place you're playing today is called the Temple of Rock for us, and
yes.
It has a lot of history for us, and also wanted to know if you have heard Argentinian artists, and which artists are you playing?
We have been discussing the Temple of Rock, and we're excited to add our names to the history of the venue for sure. Hopefully we can be the Rolling Stones eventually, to where people be like, oh, they played here. That'd be kind of cool.
Who's that artist you like? Was on that show?
Lolly,
yeah. She's our go-to.
Yeah, our go-to Argentinian artist, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it definitely feels, it's hard to not come to Argentina, because obviously we have such a great fan base, and we always have like some of our best shows here. So we gotta keep coming back, you know? Supply and demand, it's simple as that.
Okay, right.
If someone produced a movie about your lives, what do you guys think will be the soundtrack and why?
The soundtrack?
Yeah, of your lives.
I mean, I feel like we kind of, I guess that's what we're constantly doing is writing. This might sound cheesy, but we're writing the soundtrack to our life, I guess, constantly. That's what this is, you know? And that's what the last few albums were. It's us trying to learn and understand life and what needs to be maybe changed. So yeah, in a way, that's what we do. If I had to pick someone else's album, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Pick something off of Obsession.
Wait, it's one song or album?
It's a song about your life.
Oh,
General.
Pick a song off
I was
Obsession.
fixing on this, yeah.
What are you gonna pick?
I would pick Don't Take the Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree fully with what you're saying, and I'm gonna pick Maybe Nothing Left to Lose. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi again.
What's up?
It's your first album, so I would like to know if you keep using the same method of to produce the album, or if you try something new at this one.
It's honestly, every time we're working on a song, it's kind of like, it's always new. A lot of people have like their routine of, here's their go-to plugins and stuff. For us, it's what have we not done? Like on production, it's usually like, oh, like people have templates, they'll literally like open their session and everything's there. They have their favorite synths and stuff. We like to just raw dog it and just like nothing, fresh start. So it's always changing.
Definitely. And I think this record, what makes this record unique was our lifestyle and our friend group and what they were introducing us to and how that influenced what we were making at the time. Like we talk about a lot of like, you know, The Weeknd, where it's like total search for joy, and then there's other songs like Can't Believe She Got Away, where it's like kind of about more like romantic struggle, I guess, or disbelief. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways we go to create, but it's mostly like Rocky's saying, like a blank slate. Like, we like to just like be open to possibilities.
Okay, I want to ask you about two very different people in Argentina. The first one is Messi, so careful.
Yes.
What did you think about him?
Doesn't everybody love Messi?
Yeah.
Messi's sick. Like, what's not to love about Messi?
Yeah.
Do you like football?
Yeah.
Definitely. I think we like most sports for sure. We're not like avid watchers by any means, but you have to appreciate the greatest, you know.
Yeah. He seems like a really good guy, honestly, especially for like the cards he was dealt when he's in one of the craziest situations. So yeah, it seems like he's got a good heart.
Do you know him in person?
No.
No.
Okay.
But I would like to. That sounds cool.
Okay. The second is Lely, because she's going to release an album called Don't Go to Answer When the Devil Calls. What did you think about that title?
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't pick up the phone if that's who's calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Excelente.
It's definitely intriguing. I would like to hear what she's talking about on the album. That deserves a listen for sure.
Hey guys, me again. Yeah, you should definitely listen to Lali's album. It's about
Has
to
it come
drop.
out?
Yes, it's about
Next
to drop.
week.
Oh, next week. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
keep an eye on that. No, I wanted to ask you something related to her question, and I know you're nerds on music, you know, for this album, new instruments, new guitars. I know you both love guitars. What was new for this album, you know? And have you explored with new?
Well, we added. Well, I guess the newest component would be the collaboration of our old bandmate Ellington, and then our new bandmate Garrison. So we didn't add like gear as much as we added like personalities. But they proved to be fun collaborators on this record.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, actually, there were times we were in Palm Springs, and we just like, we had like our favorite synth is a Juno 106, and like that's everyone's favorite synth usually. But we just like, we had it set up on this table with some speakers and the laptop and stuff, and we'd kind of be playing a couple different tracks, and Garrison would just kind of hop on the Juno and just kind of start soloing or like doing a couple things, and that's how the ending of Nothing Left to Lose came about. Is like he was just like cooking, and then I got home like in our home studio, and I was late one late night just like messing around, and I was like, oh, that's kind of like dropped that at the end. Like I don't remember what I was doing, but another thing that happened is our drummer Dave, when we were in the process of writing this album, he's like, yo, just send me some demos. I'm gonna go to the studio and just like play some drums. So there's a couple songs that have him just kind of doing a bunch of fills, and yeah, there's like 3 or 4 that he's like playing a good amount on.
And not to work with friends too, right?
definitely. Sometimes it's necessary to write by yourself. You can find some interesting introspective thoughts and stuff when you're just alone. But it's definitely fun to work with friends for sure.
Hi guys, I would like to ask you, what thing about Argentina do you have an obsession with?
I mean, I think the people, and the fans, and I feel like it's all. Every time we come here, it's like you always feel the love. So we keep coming back. I think that.
Yeah,
If I
I
had to
agree.
pick something, yeah, I think it's I think it's y'all's energy and y'all's passion and awareness of love and kind of not holding that back is, we admire that. So.
100%.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine. I would like to know which song of the album hits you the hardest emotionally, and why?
It's actually a song that's coming soon. There's a deluxe version of the record that's gonna come out, in like a month?
Yeah, May 23rd.
On May 23rd. There's a song on there called Over Again, which was also written and recorded in Palm Springs, like Rocky was saying. And that is definitely the ballad of the record. It's about persistence, and I think it's probably the most vulnerable, emotional.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm really nervous, but sorry.
You're good.
I want to ask you if you can tell us some dream collab, if you have with an Argentinian artist or another one. Thank you.
I want to work with
Yes.
Messi. Yeah, I would love to learn a little football from Messi. Sweet. Maybe you got one?
I feel like the most eager person we'd like to collaborate with would be Pharrell.
Yeah, something, yeah.
But to be honest, I think that Rocky and I are fairly talented in the producing realm of music creation. So I think eventually we'd like to be working with other artists as just like producers. That's the point. We'll see, yeah.
Excelente.
Messi gonna put a song out?
Yeah, does Messi want to drop a single?
Maybe on the
He's
video.
like,
Maybe on the video.
Yeah.
Well, hi guys. Ross has said the Obsession tour is going to be the best tour you have done. What was the process like putting together this concept that represents everything you are?
Yeah, I think if you're not gonna do the best thing you've ever done, you might as well not do it. So, every time you look to grow and learn and expand. And this particular tour, we have the most production that we've ever had before. Typically, we've been like pretty traditionally rock and roll, with just like park hands, like these old lights that are super hot. But now we have like a production. So that's a cool element to add, which is like, it's growing, it's like it got bigger. And then I think the songs are also fairly cinematic and big songs. Like a lot of our collaborators and peers seem to think this is like some of the best songs we've ever done after the Driver era. So I think all in all, it's just like probably the best we've ever done, and the goal is to continue growing.
Hi, welcome to Argentina.
Hey.
I want to ask you, what is the best and the worst thing about touring with a brother?
Oh, I like this.
Brothers. You can say brothers.
Yeah, that's true. There's a couple. We got a lot of brothers on tour. The best thing is, you know what? I was watching the NFL draft last night, and every single guy that gets picked is like, "Yo, I just want to get back to my family." They all keep saying that, and I think a lot of times what happens in the industry is labels and not, usually they're kind of trying to pluck this person out of there and isolate them, and usually their life kind of ends up going south and they get addicted to drugs and shit. And I think what happened with us is we kind of maintained this brotherhood, so we all kind of looked out for each other. And so I think that's the best part, is that you kind of have a built-in like system where everyone can make sure each other's doing good.
But also, yeah, it's like it's a permanent relationship.
Yeah.
So regardless of like what someone might say or what someone might do, it's like you gotta figure it out. You have to, you know, come to some sort of conclusion, which I think is a good thing at the end of the day because it prompts like urgency. Personally, I think touring with the best and worst thing about touring with brothers is like the same thing, which is like passion and like the emotions involved. Because sometimes it's like because we're brothers, we'll like things get heated quickly.
Yes.
What the fuck you say?
Yeah, exactly. but also because we're brothers, like we have a lot of love for each other. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of the same thing. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I don't think there is a negative, if I'm being honest. Like, it's like, what?
I mean, sometimes I'm like, I want to fight you.
That's probably a good thing.
No kidding. That was all for Joe, by the way. I don't want to fight Rocky. I want to fight Ryland.
Yo, yeah. He sometimes needs to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Okay, hacemos la...
Yeah, thank you.
Hi guys.
Hello.
What song are you most excited to play tonight?
I'd rather die. For sure.
That's the song title, by the way.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah.
I'd rather die.
That's like a song where in this, like, we kind of did that fast in the studio. You know, the album's kind of being wrapped, and we're like, hell yeah, let's throw that on. And then once we started getting in rehearsals and doing kind of finessing it live, it was like, oh, this is actually something special. So yeah, definitely a song. I don't know who's coming to the show tonight, but get ready for that track.
Yeah, that song's really fun because we love to create live moments, and that song has a pretty special live moment attached to it that we found while we were rehearsing.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, it's so nice to have fresh songs to play because they feel like the most current version of our artistic expression.
Yeah.
So honestly, anything from Obsession, like I'm looking forward to playing The Weekend, I'm looking forward to playing The Same Old Story, I'd Rather Die, Nothing Left to Lose for sure, Don't Take the Night, like pretty much all of them.
Before you go, sabemos que tienen una sorpresa, algunos regalos for our great audience today.
Oh yeah.
So, you know how to do this. You know how to do this. Trajeron algunas camisetas autografiadas.
Wait, you want me to throw them?
I think.
What? You know how to do it.
You don't have enough for everybody?
What size are they? I think you gotta get this like,
gracious.
these look like, this has gotta go to some girls, right?
I think it's probably they're extra large.
I don't know, but it's like a crop top. Yeah,
Who wants it?
¿Quién quiere? Ahí vamos.
Oh, bro, you gotta throw two, bro. I do too.
Alright.
To the back.
Dang, you can't.
Dang, I wish if we would have known, I would have brought some for everybody.
One to the right, and we gotta go one far left here.
Chuck it.
Okay, well,
Thanks so much, guys.
gracias. Thank you guys. Have a great show tonight. Hope to see you soon and enjoy the Temple Rock. You're going to make history tonight. Thank you.
I like that.
I like it. I like it. Dang, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure of that. See you.